Go time in the kingdom, family. I'm sitting here studying the word in deep thought and meditation. Not only just reading it, but really actually paying attention to the meaning of the words that I'm reading, family. Because it leads to a greater understanding, awakening into that your higher self, that I am in you, that will allow you to overcome the world, the tactics of the enemy. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness in high places. It's simple, friend. Just like in Noah's time. In Adam and Eve's time. Remember, the tempter came to Eve. The serpent came to her and lied to her. And by one man, the Most High looks at both species as mankind. So by one man, sin into the world through disobedience. So by man, sin into the world through disobedience. And there was a whole, it's just not that simple. There's a whole story. That's why I always promote the book of the law, which is the Bible. There's a whole story because you're dealing with times, and dispensations. And you're dealing with how the Most High, what the Most High did, which comes from Genesis 1. He established his kingdom. And he created man in his image and likeness. Why? So you can build the extension of his heavenly kingdom right here. So that man can rule over his creation. And let me tell you, we see the majesty of his creation every day. That's why I fell in love when I first started learning, really paying attention to herbs and what herbs could do, the usage of herbs. And I'm like, it's the wonders of the Most High God. The many wonders that we claim we don't see, but they're there right now. And what does that translate into? Healing, rejuvenation of your cells, which gives you life. This is the plan of life. Life eternal, right? Like I said, I was just up there reading it. And I understand a little more in depth. And I'm compelled to share it because I get tired of hearing people complaining about what the system doing, what they ain't doing. Then we want to nitpick certain aspects of people's lives who made it through the cracks. And we all know we all don't know. But when you look at it, we understand there is a spirit at work. That's how we recognize what's operating, what's truth, what's a lie, what's falsehood. It's all based on the word and having knowledge. That's that knowledge, family. That's that knowledge. You need it. You're gonna need it. I understand really what's going on because we think about it. We were taught to look at this thing in a certain manner, but now that we study it ourselves, life, we being rebirthed. It's a rebirth coming into life, real life. I got knowledge now. I ain't puffed up or nothing thinking I know something better than somebody else. But no, we got straight wisdom, family. Biblical wisdom that exceeds what we've been taught. Why? Because we're kingdom people. We are God's children. All men. I'm not just talking about black people. All people. The more you learn, the more you understand, there's a greater at work. Well, how can you say that? God didn't give everybody his word. He don't have to give it to everybody. When he sends his, that his workers, and if you understand the Bible, you understand why he created or fashioned, gave this family bloodline covenant to represent his kingdom. It all extends from the beginning, the fall. And it just didn't deal with the fall of his creation of man. It also dealt with the fall of creation. Because remember, he had heavenly hosts that were already here. And remember, there was a rebellion in the kingdom, like the sister pointed out in Psalms 83. But I agree with her. Yes, that's the heavenly council. When God says in the beginning, come let us. Come let us. But at the same time, those spiritual beings, we come from heaven. We were there, you know, when you think about it. We didn't just pop out of nowhere. We like our Father. And you got to think, okay, if we wasn't there in the spirit, in spiritual form, why would he ascribe his power or his in his image and likeness to something that he didn't even know about? That's not how the Most High works. Everything is on purpose. It's a purpose behind it. And I try to explain that as I learn and share it. And I really do incorporate this. This is my life, family. I'm not just on here talking, trying to gain a YouTube crowd or to sound like I've been awakened. I am awakened. Awakened by the power of the spirit that's operating in the word. I read it, I study it, and then I test it. It works. It works, family, and I'm happy. I'm happy about life. I don't have to be super materialistic wealthy to have happiness. It's something that that's born in me, the Father. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to have the usage of my limbs. Basic things, but these are wonders. These are the wonders of the Father. Power, real power that's working in the earth. That's power, family. Having money is cool, but what if you don't have the use of all your limbs to use the money? Wise to use the money. What if you're a vegetable? What you gonna do with it? Get robbed? No. So the things of the Creator, I've learned to place a high value on, more so than men, on what man deems. Like, you know how you used to. You follow certain ways because you felt like, if I do it this way, this is what I'm going to achieve. I'll achieve things in a short amount of time. I'm just straight, raw, straight to the point with it. There's no vivid picture going on because you can picture these things in your mind yourself. You know what you used to do, right or wrong. Although we're not stuck there, we're talking about things of the spirit and how they transcend the physical, which led me to make this video. I always led to make a video, so like I said, to share the goodness of what I'm learning. The difference between kingdom, God's kingdom, and man's kingdom. There is a difference. You have a spiritual kingdom at work. And you can't just, it ain't like we can go on denying it because there's too many things going on in the earth that your science just can't explain. And it won't explain it away. From the look of things, it won't explain it away. But on the back end, it brings forth life to those who believe. Those who have faith and believe and practice. What do you do with something that you believe? You practice. Like I thought I was going to get rich. So what did I do? I started picking up tools that might not have been to, most might not like me. But a lot of people supported it because what came. It did what I said it did what it promised to do. But was it right? Not in most cases, family. It wasn't right. And then you go through measures you doing things to defend your move. Family, it can get costly real quick, I'm telling you. It can get costly real quick and even cost you your life in most cases. You gambling with something that's not even yours if you think about it, because the Most High is the one who created you. And he told you, don't swear by one hair, because you can't regrow none. So I understand. What am I doing sitting here cooking? We're talking kingdom. We are kingdom people. I understand now when my eyes open. And now I understand what I should be doing. That helps me to understand my purpose as to how I should be going about living my life. What things I need to have in place to facilitate that. How can I qualify what I'm saying while others will see? It was based on the word. And that's what he did. Created beings like him and sent them here to rule and have dominion like him. He's a king. So you can't be anything other than him and what he is in his nature, his likeness. He's a ruler. He's a lawman. He believes in justice. So when people telling me to do things that's of the world, through this government and systems and corporations, I got a problem with that. I don't have a problem with people who are moving with a rational mind. You don't have a sense of knowing and what's going on. And just because we don't understand things in the spirit, we know that it's still true. We see evidence of it in the food. Who else created the sun, moon, and stars? It definitely wasn't us. And the way he got it set up is like in a, it's like, it's in the ecosystem. The sun feeds the earth and his creation, and in turn, we do his will. In many ways, and that's why we always should look to the Bible. You want the pure, you want to live and be able to have life and have life more abundant. Having a job and depending on the world and going through these systems and they cycles, they trying to get it right. But if you want to fast track and get on track, the right track, realign yourself with your creator, family. Search out of the word. Do things like a king would do. You are son. You have to understand. His word is his decree. He's the king. His word establishes the law. It establishes, he gave you the book for your instruction. So that's what we use. And that's what I use to ride. I said I had a job. I just got fired. Well, basically sent home and reprimanded because of a situation to show their disapproval of how the situation went down and was handled. But to me, that was like, I'm not no child. What the hell you mean go home for the day? That mean you fired me. And immediately I did ask, what am I being fired? Well, do I need to take my tools because that's my livelihood? Not understanding there was a greater at work at the same time. And you dealing with somebody that understands a little bit about his mission here, who he is and his purpose. I don't know everything, but I understand according to the word. I know in part because of the word, and I believe it. I believe the word over man any day, family. Believe it because it works. Yeah, you can get caught up in what the world is saying, paying attention to it, but you can also be reprogrammed by getting caught up in thus said the Lord. That's the energy coming from over here, family. This ain't no religion. This ain't nothing. We're trying to master. We're trying to become like what the Messiah said. He was the master teacher. So if you're striving to be like the master, the King of Kings, yes, he's gonna give you that. You know, your spirit will bear witness of the truth. So if you're his, we should see his ways in you. Not just know once a week somebody going to no church and all that. No, that ain't it, family. There's a greater at work. We want to see the sonship in you. I want to see your Jesus. I ain't talking about no stuff. No stuff. I'm like Pastor Darby. Let me see your Jesus. You know, and if you smack me, maybe I will turn the other cheek and let you smack the other cheek. No. One thing people need to understand, when we talking about these kingdoms and things, these mountains, we're talking about the kingdom of heaven. And you are a representative of that kingdom, and he wants you to know this wisdom. He wants you to learn this so you can transcend and show the world off. You know, the world, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. And you best believe those wicked are those who we read about that failed. Why? Because they thought they knew better. They thought they knew more. These are heavenly beings. Now I understand why nations will have certain knowledge about certain things, and because of the fall. You got to realize there was a falling away. Not just eat, like you got a council. The Most High has a council that of heavenly beings that sits with him in the heavens. Then you got man. He has a family of spiritual beings that operate just like you, but think about it. They are not lawful to operate in this earth, but you are. And I don't understand in greater detail why the enemy hates us. Because yes, you were given dominion and rulership. And just imagine an angel, you're an angel. That's like the X-Men. The X-Men rolled down with that kind of power in real life. And everybody respecting you like a king. Imagine when the X-Men come on the scene, they're going to look at you like, well, your kingship is over. You know, you can put all that to rest. Now it's time. It's a greater here. There's a greater. So they're going to run you over, family. They're going to run that over. That's not going to get no airplay. Think about it. In their kingdom, well, that's what you're facing here now. You're the sons, and you are the sons of the Most High God. But here you are in your kingdom. He created heaven for you to rule and have dominion here. To be like him. That's why Christ said, be like him, your father. I hear people talking about jobs and y'all better go through the city. Ooh. No, family. Go through the Most High and establish his word in the earth according to his law. Christ came to reestablish kingdom, to give you the keys to the king's ransom, not to give you no damn job under Caesar. Christ didn't deal with Caesar. He didn't go to their churches. He didn't go to he went in their synagogues and taught. Why? Because that's what he came for, to free the captives. People were stuck in religion, family, like religion was getting over like they do now. They pay to play. You got all this prosperity preaching, and you're gonna prosper. God told you, be fruitful and multiply. That is a command. He put that in you. It's a sign. It's in your nature already. If you never had a job and you sitting around and you here, you're gonna get up when that stomach start growling. You're gonna go for broke to get what you need to eat by any means necessary. You might not use nefarious or wickedness, but you're going to go do what you got to do to eat. So, in essence, you're taking control of your estate. You're taking control and authority over you, this creation that the Most High created for that very purpose. It wasn't to take the power and give it to somebody else so they can rule over you. No. That's why things are out of alignment. That's why a lot of things don't go as we plan. I could plan to, when I get out of school, I'm going to get this job. pulling engines and transmissions. I'm gonna make all this money, but it didn't happen. I'm thinking about the Most High and His blessings. I'm not thinking about man and his blessings. Owning my own business. Why? Because He told you to rule and have dominion. I can't rule in somebody's job. That's not gonna work, family. So we need to get wisdom, get knowledge, but and all that get understanding, so we'll know how and when and how, when, who, what, when, where, and how to move. We are kings, the sons of a king. So if you don't set your mind state on that level, of course you're gonna fall short. But I'm here to tell you, brothers and sisters, we are. And it's not just for it's not just for Jacob and his 12 sons. No, Israel is not just for us. You got to understand, Israel is the kingdom. That's the king's kingdom. You know what I'm saying? It was the God of Israel. It was the Elohim, the creator of Israel, that sent you here to live a life like, prosperous. The Most High is about success. There is no failure. There is no lack in the kingdom of heaven. It's lack with men because men have perverted the truth. Y'all waiting on y'all. We'll wait for the word once a week, talking about what's a man saying, when the command has already went out. Study to show yourself approved. So that means you need to study the word yourself. Then it also tells you to test the spirit. Test all spirits. So that means whatever I'm listening to, I'm going to go see if it's written, if this the instruction of the Most High, especially if you're telling me something you want me to dedicate my life to or to be a part of. This is not my life to give to you under contract. Not even me fixing cars. What if something happened there? The Most High don't protect that. Because why? You out of place. I'm supposed to be out here teaching, building the kingdom. Like the Messiah, right? And I said, how long? He's been 20 minutes. You be making some long videos, Wayne. Long-winded. But a lot of my problems, I'm learning to solve, and the evidence is there, family. I've never had a job with the system, but I thrive. Sometimes I struggle, yes. Struggle and stride. Still making strides. The struggle is to tear down barriers. It's not to, and I don't, yes, I had a desire to pick up that old hustle. Yes, I wouldn't lie to you. But I fight it and I put it behind and press on. Because there's something greater, family. And if I hold fast to that good, perfect will of His, we're going to see His blessings. You're going to see the fruit of the Spirit on me. Then you will know of a surety that you can believe the word. Unlike Warren Hill. I'm going to try it myself first before I try to give it to you. And I've tried it. I'm practicing it every day. I don't follow the blueprint of the world. Get a job, invest in this and that, you become successful. That was too slow for me, so what did I do? I put my life on the line and went and tried to make it on my own without going through them systems. But there was no foundation. Yeah, it seems as though it'll work, but trust me, it won't work. And I mean, I was around some prominent, what they call us, criminals. Well, hustlers. I was around some prominent hustlers. I worked some real crews that was about it. You know, them men and women was getting that money. They was dedicated to getting that bread by any means necessary. I can't knock that. But after a while, you start looking at how that's affecting you and your people. You gotta be careful. All money ain't good money. I don't care where it's coming from. I learned that. All money is not good money. Some shit you gotta just, you gotta stay away from. I don't care who it's coming from. All money ain't good money. And if you listening to somebody or, under somebody and trying to soak up knowledge, ain't nothing wrong with that. I look at, like, when Tupac, I used to listen to Tupac, and Tupac would talk about these names like Idi Amin, Gaddafi, and these people. These are rulers, people who rule their own country. Irregardless of what America talking about or any other nation talking about them, oh, they were dictators. Ooh, ooh. American fucking dictators, thieves that took somebody's shit. So stop. Now all of a sudden, it's this big moral ass conscious. No, America's not morally shit. I just said that the other day. The only moral consciousness it had is what we bring. Everything here is based on what can I get at you. That's not fucking love. Stop. Now, if we here, then that means we need to pour that. If you about that, you need to be exemplary of that. We should see that in your actions, by your actions. I don't have to wait on nothing. You want to see the Most High, pay attention. His son is at work by the Spirit. By the Spirit and in truth. Everything about me is based on that. It's guided towards that. That's always been our lift. It's never been the world, family. We've been fighting the world before we got here. We felt the pressure. We know the lies. We know they full of it, you know? And we created ways to get around that for a reason. Now light has come. So you know how to work outside. That's what he mean by be transformed. Come out of the world. Romans 12, verse 1. The Bible ain't nothing but wisdom. What y'all call good game? You want some good game? And I ain't talking about games. I'm talking about real knowledge. Real. These are jewels, fam. You know what I'm saying? How you sit down and talk to the elders and they give you some good information. That's the word I'm looking for. You want the right information? Thus says the Most High. His laws. You dealing with a king and his kingdom, and you are his handiwork. And this is the instruction that he gave you. And with that, I'm about to bounce. Check my YouTube out, y'all. I need some subscribers so I can push my agenda over there. We can rewrite where we went wrong. I'll be 53 in a few days. It's the 50 and over club. Late 40s, early 50 and late 50s. Upward to the 60s. A lot of us was MIA for a long time, from the late 80s throughout the early 90s. Now, them. That's the generation, the fourth generation. We the people of that fourth generation of those enslaved, according to Genesis 15, that will be awakened to learn these things so you come to the true knowledge of self. That's what's going to give you air that's what's going to bring the air to your wings, baby. It's going to allow you to fly. All right, Judah, peace and blessings. Teach this in all kingdoms, then the end shall come. Teach what? Teach kingdom. And inspire your people and be an example. I'm going to get me a haircut and alignment. I ain't going to just talk about looking like no king, but it ain't just the haircut and alignment. It's the appearance that it brings with it. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Shalom, peace, and blessings. We woke now. You cannot sing. I don't know why you trying to sing. I can sing for